just can't leave that heroin alone.
Welcome guys to another episode of Expensive Pain. Igama lami nguSphiwe Taker. Today we're gonna be having an interesting guest and a different topic from the previous. So let's not waste time and get to it. My brother,
yeah, sure.
Unjani?
Hi, number one.
Sweet. Can you introduce yourself kwama viewers wethu ukuthi ubani uvela va and then sihlabe nje sikhonkosini.
Alright, so mina ngegama uNjabulo, but I like introducing myself as inhlanhla yalethu Njabulo kwaMkhwanaziya.
Yasibonga.
Yeah, so I'm born and raised la Soweto, ngikhulela la eMidlands, and yeah man, that's me.
Asibonga. Vele okuningi sesizokana afola ke ukuthi like yini oyenzayo empilweni yakho.
Okay.
So let's not waste any time. Let's start first ukuthi from la usukela khona eMidlands, as you said, iqale nini lento oyenzayo singakayihlazi kwabantu ukuthi understand, was it something owayiqala as umntwana ukhulu uyibona, or it's something eqale as maybe going through experience and then you tapping into it and then speak on this close ukuthi ile sikhuluma ngayo?
No, akuna stress.
Yeah.
I think growing up being intwana egrande.
Yeah.
Ngizila ibhola and so
Yeah.
forth. So ezinye izinto ezivele zaba imikhokhe esiyidopha endleleni.
Yeah.
Yeah, apart from that nje mina I grew up playing soccer.
Yeah. Did you pursue that career to that level vele?
No, khona bangaziyo bengibafaka amashibo.
Hayi vele ama viewers abukela yazi ukuthi hayi lathi besifaka amashibo.
Khona bangaziyo
Yeah.
plus ne structure yazi mawukora
Yeah.
ukudlala ibhola.
Uyabalimaza umiss.
Yeah, so
Hayi. Yasibonga.
Yeah.
So let's tshela abantu ke ukuthi sikhuluma ngani. Understand? Can you tell us exactly your journey ukuthi like what do you touch on, and then the rest of the questions will follow from it.
No, direct. So kahle uNjabulo, when you speak about uNjabulo nowadays, uNjabulo is referred to as a recovering addict.
Okay.
So mangithi a recovering addict, I'm constantly recovering till to date. I'm still recovering it. I count it ngamalanga.
Yeah.
Understand? So
Okay.
I used substance abuse. I used substances, in fact,
Yeah.
for 8 years of my life.
Wow.
Yeah. And
So like roughly, since you say substances, how many were they?
so I used cocaine, crystal meth, cat, benzene.
Was this? Hey, that angihleki because really kasibhekane naleyo problem. But like just
Abanye abazi nedumi yaphenywa nayo.
Idumi.
Mthangala, yeah.
you ache yo tell high njani kwiDoom, because I've seen it you being used as a church. Sitting as a church nje bayabadumisa be.
Leya ngiyaza ngiyifakazele.
Avuka kushisa but yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's anything that intoxicates the mind, man, and
Yeah.
the brain. Unfortunately, I never used weed. Angaze ngithanda insango nje ukukhula.
Was it not that potent enough ukuthi kubeka la ufuna khona?
To me, I always had that concept ukuthi abantu ababhema insango abantu abasaba amantombazana. Growing up behlale wena mahotmane abhema ikati apho ngikhonini.
Yeah.
Kuhlale kwi-society amajita yabo
Yeah.
and so forth. So ngapha abanye abalalisa baqeda ukubhema, so
Yeah.
ngivibrant in fact.
Yeah.
I wanted something that's going to put me out there.
What was your first drug then from the list?
Mina mangena mfethu ngene hardcore. I started off hardcore ngangena ngecocaine straight.
Cocaine like asiyatholakala vele or boyilanda esilungwini.
So kuno I choose yanke lakhe belibhayisa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so since the uncle was selling, every time he would stash something, the G would see him to wenzani, then
Yeah.
30 back nyana, I come with it. I think Mastala, we were doing grade 10.
Wow.
This is a scale, I shout grade 10,
Wow.
which was 2008, and RCL that time.
Imagine skill phela moya RCL skill like yes.
So,
But yeah, I get you. So what triggered you to take the cocaine as your first
honestly,
experiment?
there's no childhood traumas.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah,
such heavy thing that I
yeah.
can say which was a pull factor. it's different characters. So my character was drawn to this because sometimes we take TV for granted,
Yeah.
but the TV plays a huge
Yo.
psychological impact towards people. Understand, where there were shows playing and I used to see people sniffing, and I would be intrigued with, okay, what does that one do? that one looks exciting, and it's the power of the universe. The more you draw yourself towards something and your inclination pushes that point of reference in your head, which Kokiana.
Hey.
And Kokiana would avail itself.
You manifest the way you direct your energy.
My first fix, we never bought it. It was just for free.
And it's been lingering in your mind.
Yeah, Charlie, I have this.
Were you not afraid of it?
I took the initiative. Powder toilet.
Yo, same time. Should you been ready? Yeah.
And the feeling was totally different to everything else. Totally different. I think that's why a lot of guys are still hooked with drugs, because now you get into a race where you're still chasing your first high, and you're never going to get that first high again.
Yeah.
So no, thina sithema singena etoilet sashaya amazipho ngathi ayizipho ngathi lincane chali asiphini ngapha vele ngeoffice ngiyashaya ipeli
yo cabanga esikini RCA
yabo mnandi ngiyabubula mfethu angithola. And it started there as an occasional thing. Yeah, where sitting on Saturday when going out and doing all of these funny things, much more shy. You'll just have your line. Yeah, sometimes when it starts, it gives you the power of being in control.
Yeah, that was my next question. Which once you're on it, it gives you that power.
Yeah. It ultimately.
Even as a first timer, or
it puts you into a delusional state where you tell yourself that I'm in charge.
Now it makes sense. Is it only coke that reacts like that when it comes to a powder stuff? Okay, if
no, with my experience, all the drugs do like that.
Yeah.
So you see people keep on going back to drugs. It's because at that present time, they told themselves, I'm completely in control.
Yeah.
Can't it's just lowering you in. It's pulling you in.
And the years I have.
Yeah, and the more you get in, it's the more now it shows you hey, Charlie, I'm in control.
Yeah.
But I know mele isivuke siyopanda mele kubheke
ngapha ufuna uku-upgrade obviously.
System yakutshela because mina ngangifika yekas eMidlands because bese relocated elandini sihlala eJabulani.
Yeah.
Coming back to the location here, you find people but they're using or they're doing a bomb. I first discovered that lie Midlands. It's okay, there's something as a bomb.
What's a mixture of that?
What's a bomb? No, they're using intash or cat, but they're making a bomb. A bomb, it's like a small ball.
Yeah. Understand?
And dinabesi pema ngendlela yakhona because we would use lines, we would do lines like edge to edge. You understand?
Vacuum cleaning.
We didn't believe a bag will save. A bag, when you have a bag, man, you put the bag to smoke. So why should I keep it and looking at it?
I feel. So while you were still in that phase, in taking a substance, I mentioned, how was your family taking it? Were they aware or into boyenza secretively?
My family was present but absent at the same time.
Okay, I don't know if you want to dive more into that.
So when I say present, they were there. With me all the time, they were there. But absent to a point where they couldn't pick up the small signs. So it took a very long time, Ekaya, with Babon. I think it took them 6 years of my addiction for them to see. Because I was still nice, man.
Yeah, it didn't affect you physically because I
would wear a shirt, shy chinning, shy banding, shy spooler, shy blazer. Like I'm going to work.
Yeah.
I'd smell nice.
Some sopranos level where they dealing with a suit, but it's
I'll do that, man. And that was my line. A guy always has to be clean. The more you clean, it's the more you take away all these other negative speculations. Understand? So
okay. So fast forwarding, progressing with Lento Oboyenza, when did it kick to you to change? To say as in today, this is my last day. Because you know abantu they struggle like there's so many people in drugs, and obviously it comes with the feelings that you were telling us about ukuthi it's an enjoyment. Abanye abantu like babakubona utai, like they think you're in pain, not knowing ukuthi actually kumnandi actually you asking me ukuthi am I okay, you are fucking my high up.
That's the problem, because now people don't understand ukuthi we use drugs because we love drugs. Why would you love something? You love something because something is nice. Understand? At the end of the day, so if you say you love your wife, you love your girlfriend, there's something within the relationship that's keeping nice. You understand? So it's the same thing with substance abuse. I mean, I'm not a drugs when I turn down. I'm not. And I think that's one thing in which the audience doesn't understand. This thing is nice. That's why there's this guy who is trending, I think 2 months or 3 months back. I'm tired of Oakland Park. Uchita is very good in English, very articulated. Uchita, why imnandi? Because it gives him a source of pleasure in which nothing else can bring into his life. But then the problem is that that's a delusional pleasure at that time.
It's in your head. You
understand? Because now you might be having a lot of problems. You might be having a lot of low self-esteem. And with you being high, that changes. Ukuthi ekhaya ngikhule ku abusive background bheka, that time more high out time, that thing is out of the window. You understand? It's out of the window. Ukuthi ngikhule bangitshela ukuthi ngimubi mawuqeda ukubhema phela, the most handsome person out there.
so such things last how long? Like, it depends with the drug that
it depends with the drug. So
which one that lasts longer?
But manje angithi ama drugs ana family. So you have ama hallucinogens, you have ama stimulants, you have ama depressants. Then you have it's hallucinogens, stimulants, and depressants. So your stimulant family is your cocaine, ecstasy, cat, crystal meth, and so forth. So those are your uppers. The moment you use them, you don't sleep. You
love stream.
Live streaming. Then you have your weed. Weed tends to be a downer at the same time because it has capabilities of making you tired. You understand?
Depending on the strain also.
Depending on the strain. And you have alcohol. Alcohol starts as an upper. Then the more you take it, it turns into a downer. Because now you're getting drunk. You understand? Then you have inyaupe, it's heroin. It's completely a downer because amachita mautotunkauza pikara. They're sleeping, but they are not sleeping, but they are sleeping.
Sleepwalking.
And your Mandrax, same thing. Then you have hallucinogens, which are your clue, your benzene, and so forth, your LSD, your acid, and so forth. Those are things that make you see other things. You see other things. You can see the wall. But I'm glad we all my families now. The high depends on what you use it. Understand? Normally with cocaine, the high lasts up to 2 to 3 hours, depending on are you using good shit or using
good shit. How long?
This one time report we got something. It was called the bubble gum. It was kind of blue, not even white.
Blue magic.
That thing lasted for something like 4 hours.
That's some expensive pain.
I understand. We used to tour the country for all of these things. Like you tour to go around. Go to Pitori, but they even went to an extent to taking me to KZN. Not knowing which Newcastle ngizofika nkolota ama drug dealer.
Well, you that sleek now moringa like ukuthi italk yakho they fall for it. I leverage.
Apart from that leverage, obvious, the mindset is much more quicker because of I've been using these things for a long time. So ngikwazi ukukushange iwala yomtubulu. Understand? And ngibake negama lakho everything le mali uyifunayo ngikushaya nge-SMS noma ebhenki invalid things le
roughly bobakolota malini.
I thinking vayeda ngihamba kuyi New Year's Eve I was owing them something like 800.
Yeah.
To that time bekuyimali ebhaya
Yeah.
and benkolota umuntu oyi-1 and bese kahlanya ngifika nasendlaleni kwama-Grace athi lo mfana makangaveli mina ngizomshaya isikopho.
Threats, yo. So the things that come with being the substance abuser, yo. It's a journey, but fate, as you see. I know we're putting humor to this, but it's a serious talk. Because right now, people are in drugs from a young age. So with you being part of those people who experiment with drugs at that era or a time, what made you change the journey which has in ngale fast lane I wouldn't even say it's a fast lane, but how it make you feel like you
know it was a very tough journey. It's been a tough journey where they took me to 2 rehabs before the last rehab. First rehab they paid 30,000 and I went to the same rehab twice, which was a Kempton Park LM clinic. So they blew 60,000
trying to help you
down the drain. And stayed 21 days. The first time I didn't finish the 21 days. Masing selele vigeli one. I jump and out pity mad. Savaya say Kempton Park. Second time I went there, I came back. The following day, I started car ngavaya ngayopa no khase. Kalela pants. Understand? So we got to a lot of drama ejaridini we ngizoqoshwa ngisafunwa time as a writer off and so forth and so forth. And my biggest challenge was that I always wanted to do something to please them. So mangithi rehab, the 2 rehabs I went to, I didn't go there because I'm saying I was going there to please my parents. And it got to a point where I remember my last incident in mama drugs. Timer belingcela ukuthi ngilidrive, he was going to a funeral la uTindala umngane wakhe is on 5. So when we got there I was sitting in the car like I was a basic chauffeur, man. A basic chauffeur ngihleze ekarini bangayi cold drink yabshaya out yabshaya out yamkara ngilinde yona ukuthi icede ukubushaya. And one of his friends did a big mistake. Ongibhayili wine. Ngibhayiliwa yini mina ngicede kutholiwa ngasithatha imoto ngathi out hlangana nabantu emkonti. Next thing ngizithola sengisebuma Omonde, from Omonde sengiyasneya and so forth sengibhayile sengiyabhema. And in the car there was a laptop yasespanini kama ole. So now this thing gets you to a point of you confusing yourself and lying to yourself, where I told myself, okay, I'm going to pawn this laptop out just to get petrol money.
Just petrol money. And beng estimate malini ngithi ke baba bambi laptop bangayi 2 clip, I'll come back. Mangicela uthola le 2 clip, I never poured petrol. Uyenzini?
I went to buy a bag. But that time, to me, drugs were never having the same impact as before. Because now I would smoke and eat, I would sniff and sleep. And I would sniff sometimes in class. I'm feeling so depressed where I start crying. Understand?
Out of nowhere.
I didn't feel the pleasure anymore. There was no joy anymore because now I'm looking. You get to a point. A person becomes honest with themselves when they're at their lowest. So ngicela ukulahlekelwa ispani bengispani city of Johannesburg benginabo achoose abayi 100 bengithengisa ama drugs bangibhawuthile abanye bengibhayisa nabo ama drugs ngithola ukuthi ngihashu yamaqhinga and kuba kwami ihashu I'm realizing ukuthi like in this whole thing I'm all alone. You understand? And abantu engiployme nabo la endlini, these people are suffering the most. And I've been trying to please people from outside. In which I'm not getting any pleasure back from pleasing those people because ngiyaspina endlini, ngiyavaya ngiyopayisa stratini, mangicela upayisa stratini ngiploma nabusiphiwe sankawuza. Abusiphiwe bajabulile but mangena endlini zabuye. Raw. Uyandistela ukuthi ijaji. So I had to be honest with myself. The way besengikhathele ngakhona ngithe mangifika endlini time told me one thing ukuthi ngicela ushiye ikhiya ze career yami uphuma uvayo.
That was it.
Ngashiya ikhiyaze ekari ngaphuma ngavaya ngaploma kancane lapho engiplome khona. I came back. Ngathi mangibuya bathi i-laptop ebisemotweni kuphi? Ngathi ayasambeni ngizonibonisa. That's how tired I was at that time.
Ukuthazi.
You know bese ngikhathele to a point ukuthi even if bridges are burning out here me I let them burn.
Yeah.
Let them burn mfethu kunini ngihambe ebusuku ngiyenzana nento eyi1. It's been 8 years now. Abantu engikhule nabo ngalama 8 years sebayenza ama honors wabo ama masters wabo. Mina ngihlezi la le 8 years lena ngine doctorate substance abuse.
Ndakukhulele emkhishweni that.
Ngiyathi mfethu ngicine ngivuka ezozweni nginga-understand ukuthi izozokabani mangibheka ngifaka icathulo ezingafani
no
angaze ngibe nezicathulo ezingafani empilweni yami
bese kudiwa mama
next thing is nini kufika umunye uphethe igani ebheka mfethu asivayisa ubamba inkunzi nami sengiyalandela sobamba inkunzi but yakabona ezinye izinto ngizijwayelanga so makubanjwe inkunzi ngimela fernyana but no I'm seeing my life flashing through my eyes ukuthi okay awuthi uqala isigele eSt Martin eprimary wayeSt John waye St Martin waqeda ihigh school waye UJ uKerati ya drop out asigela boy captain yedisk
cabanga
boy RCL sports coordinator boy so now I'm counting all of these positive qualities that I have within myself and I'm saying ukuthi okay now as we're standing here the next step is unseat
because so semnyama
so gee you have all of this potential but you are able or you are willing to put it to waste. That was my question to myself because you know the sad part is that we find a lot of people like I've dated girls but I never took that into heart and into consideration no emhlabeni njengoba siphila ayikho into ebuhlungu njengomuntu ozokutshela ukuthi une potential but ungakwazi ukuyibona kuwe wena leyo potential
I'm telling
you understand because mabazokutshela ukuthi une potential ungayibona ayikho into ozoyenza ngaloko so no sesibamba inkunzi sengiyabaleka ini sengicabangisa ngisithi na yonke le potential enginayo
having a self talk
I'm like no this is not me guy this is not me mina ngifuna of life
so can I pause you there kancane with that transitioning yakho to being from a substance abuser to you having that self talk would you say it's the universe also playing its part because I heard you mentioning the power of the universe. Do you believe in that?
I believe in the power of the universe. I believe in our God.
Yeah.
The Father, the Almighty. Understand? I believe everything happens for
a reason. Yeah.
Understand? So for me to find myself in all of these trails, there was a reason for it. You know, ufana nempilo kaJesu.
Yeah.
Impilo kaJesu was written to a point where he had to do all of those things for him to end somewhere.
Yeah.
And his life had to end like that to send a message. You understand?
Yeah.
So in this life that we're living in, we're going to find ourselves in serious things in which they won't cope being in that position.
Yeah. But you
understand? You need to understand ukuthi impilo yami angiziholi.
Yeah.
I'm not leading myself. I'm being led.
Nothing's under your control.
Yeah, I'm being led. So if I have to die today, I will die today. If I don't have to die, it means tomorrow there's something that I need to do. So it's like that. You understand? So I go to a point ukuthi ngithema sengikhathele ngibabonisa ukuthi le laptop iva.
Yeah.
Ithema lami la ngayinamba. Give me a small paper. Wathi bheka chali masokhathele ngama drugs.
Athi chai.
Yeah, chai. Masokhathele ile nto ijunal. Call this person.
Yeah.
Uzokusiza lo muntu. Mfethu I'm walking back suka le ngase restaurant le yala middle le.
Hey, and we spoke about our restaurant. Hey,
I'm coming to ngiza khona kayikazi kuma aunties noma grazer.
Yeah.
Angifika one of my aunts they're listening to le time alele likhuluma ngama Sunday elikhuluma isuthu eradweni.
Yeah,
le time aliringa kakhulu. But ezinye izinto zishaya inhlizweni.
Likhuluma nawe straight.
So you know mangifika la like I'll tell me I'm down and out. I'm tired. Aunties just call me. Like as in I'm going to tell you one thing. Stop doing things to please your parents or to please other people. Start doing things that are going to please Unjabulo. That's where she left me. Ngapha le time alelo msuthu liyakhuluma kara. Lithi wena munna kari, hey ulahlekile kari. You know, that time, that day, I still remember it vividly. I started crying for the first time after a long time. But I started crying where those were not crocodile tears, but those were real tears.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I still remember it. It was that day was the 22nd of January. And it was the 22nd of January, I think 2016. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken. And in 23, I'm at tracks in 22. Lelo lang because ngafika high vele.
Yeah.
From 23 ngizange saphe mama tracks.
Sayazini ngena umnandi.
Yeah, from 23 ngizange saphe mama tracks. 23 ngaya kwa Magriza khona yimilo lenzi lenzansi. Ngaspin phone ka Magriza ngayemva kwa room. Ngafonela le number le ithamela inkayo. Yeah. And it's because I didn't have a phone, I didn't have anything. I didn't even have clothes with me. Imagine. Fonela le outilena, fortunate enough they were open, they were there for me. It took me in, man. My rehabilitation, I went to a Muslim institute in KZN.
How was it there?
Charlie Peg, my color, yazani, nati siparati. Good out Tandazi, Muslim, Bambanali Pipe Lago Charlie. Yeah, Begumaya pants. Do yes. Yeah, Begumaya pants. They put me on a bus on my birthday. Yeah. So it was the 22nd of March. And make me look cool, I'll tell you, but no, Charlie, it passed like a took me to Lens and get a passini. My petting is Lane, I'm going to Durban. Imagine. I'm not even going to the beach. You're Tandas. I'm out here as Orlando. Was no go. They have my picture. Well, I'm pastation. If you want pick up, I say when you down, when I scan, if it's not figuring out my tomb, triple story. Nice. Ngathi kuzozokhipha azoba grand mfethu hayi obviously makuphawa setup yasejele umunye nomunye ethelisini lakhe ngithola izinto ezinjalo nje kunomithetho mfethu ayikho indle ngenemithetho akufika iveni bathe kusechali yaqala irecovery yakho ngene evenini ayiveni idonse mfethu yemkhomasi bheka athi umkhomasi ngizibone sesiphumile estradini sesijumpa imifule e7 sesihamba egravulini kuphela ayisekho la building la ayisekho la building setafule udlula intaba mawuthi intaba yokugcina ama-ultima wajumpa umfula wokugcina ashaya iwuta khona egijimayo la izovula igate emfethu semajukujukwini la actually I stayed in that place for 9 months. I can tell you ukuthi I used to gauge isikhathi by one car. There was one car that passes there every day. Yeah. Mind you, it's 8 o'clock. Maybe a minute. I wanna wash la. Mind you, 8 when it comes back to 4. And that place, it was a place of introspection, place of appreciation. They have toilets, but pull my system. Magmali toilet me look at Jojo Tank 20 liters, Qualis Kitchen, Ayokara, the Dramini, or the Dramini, and a toilet to 25 liters, we okay Dramini, we the toilet. Manje mashayisiso abheka awujami access so I dealt with that and I got to a point of humility where I remember we birthday oledlam nyaka lishaya i10,000 10,000 ngalishaya 10,000 ngayidla mfethu within a space of a week. I never showed any remorse, but that time ngithema ngihlizi la ngibheka diary ne. So I used to write on my diary every day. Mangivula ilanga, it's saying the 28th of May. Instead of writing, I started crying. Because now I'm sitting with guys in which they can tell me, even if I can hear if we say I think I can be sober for the rest of my life. And I'm thinking, my mom has been crying in front of me for the longest time. I never appreciated her. But did you apologize to her though? Action speaks louder than words. Yeah, you get to a point where your actions start speaking for you, where people ngiyalizondi kamelithi sorry manje kukumanje ngiyalizonda because it doesn't come with accountability. Umuntu can say sorry and do the same thing over and over again, but your actions has to go with the sorriness that you're putting. You understand? So Plomeda mfethu, there's one thing in which I learned there, that Njabulu, you don't smell better than shit. Bankai task. So gonna shit pit down. Sama plaza. Shit pit. It's more than 6 feet down. So being a pump your corner, we train. Then me go kupum tikara. So I was part of that cruise. But I see two name you so afage ipampu mina connecta my pipe. At makaqala ukudonsa. Ay. phume lento le iphuma lapha engibambe khona athi pa hey you know
and shit hits the fan.
yo for the first 2 months that thing continuously happened to me, and I got to a point where I stopped eating. But figure iskati where I started embracing it, man. I started embracing Guti. Hey, I smell like shit. But then now it was teaching me something, Guti. It was teaching me something, Guti. You know, sometimes what's humility? A lot of people, they always speak about being humble.
Yeah.
But before you humble, you need to understand what is humility. So humility is when you understand that you're not above everything and anyone.
Yeah.
You understand? And that was teaching me the same thing because I was an arrogant piece of shit.
Yeah.
You understand? Like us banana. Yeah, I was an arrogant piece of shit. But I started realizing good say you're nothing, Chan. Peganunu kamakaka wonkumun. So that toned me down to a point where bensengivaya ngiyophakisa ngilokhu nginuka kanjani umplome ngawude kasakhathe and lethu so ngaploma ne supervisor asked him okay, let's speak about humility. Ati humility, it's more of you diving into that shit pit and swimming there.
Yeah.
And while you're swimming, the shit that's flowing there, it's like logs that you can balance on. And you don't mind anything. Yeah. You're just swimming. So, how many people are willing to do that?
Yeah.
That's why you find people who are troubled by a position of being arrogant about each and every small thing that they have.
Yeah.
Because no one is willing to swim in another person's shit.
Yeah.
And at the same time, that allows you to walk in other people's shoes. Because you start understanding with you. Time akana nix ntwana bengiploma nayo ithema layo lamphika olidlakhe la shona khuliswa amagogo but endlini akukho grand ntwana ehamba ehlala estradini yaqala ukuphanda and mangikhuluma nalentwana more benga-understand ukuthi iyangikhulisa izinto esikhuluma ngazo
ilento engihlezi ngitshela abantu ukuthi experience doesn't come with age.
You understand?
might find umuntu young now and they have more like experience and wisdom than you.
Yangithola so masiluku sikhuluma mfethu uboy yangikhulisa but I understand naye ukuthi ungikhulisa kanjani. And mina I would take these things and make them mine. I'd make them mine where now I would consider the people that love me.
Yeah.
I'll put them first. You understand? Because I know time is not guaranteed. One thing I was afraid of, I didn't want to go on your shoulders. Sengiyoqolisa emathuneni ukuthi kube ngalalela kube ku right what. So I made sure ukuthi you know what, this time I grab it, I run with it, I take it for the rest of my life. Yeah.
So that was how it actually
started.
What a journey. So after that going to the growth out of like Makotogo's taller because now I did a bit of investigation. You have a foundation. So you moving from that experience, finding yourself, ingene kanjani this party, as in let me also embark on the same journey ukuthi ngisize abanye abantu maybe being in the same struggle as you. At what turning point as in I'm starting this foundation, this is what I'm gonna do to create a profile for this and officializing it. Can you take us through also that?
You know, to be honest with you, there was never such a turning point at that time. In fact, I got to a point where isikhathi sikaNkulunkulu spana prakod.
Yeah, it's divine timing.
Yeah, spana prakod. And mangisho kanjalo ne, from ngisase rehab, moving from the place lasemkhomasi sebangisa to my second phase, where I'm going back kule ability le enhle le ye three story and so forth. When I got there, I got exposed to a lot of opportunities. Now I'm being given Wednesdays. The guys they go out, they go to run programs for homeless people who are suffering from substance abuse. There's a feeding scheme there that we are assisting on. Yeah. I have a feeding scheme that I'm running on Tuesdays and not beach at Eben. Ngama Thursday or Wednesday I'm doing itennis heli khona eDurban town khona kulabantu aba homeless. Then in the afternoon I'm doing igwamashu. You understand? Running programs as well. So I started falling in love with this because.
Were you doing it out of love, or was there any remuneration that you would get?
No, I wasn't getting anything.
Yeah.
It was part of my program. And with that, I started enjoying it. When you do something and you get contentment within.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing I was chasing. Money, I know money would come. Ngingathi uNkulunkulu ngithanda imali ngifuna ukuba nemali uNkulunkulu wangigayi sponsor City of Johannesburg ngaba exposed to imali ngahlanya yangihlanyisa. So now I understood ukuthi imali out yami izoba khona, but let it not be the ultimate goal.
Yeah,
understand? So ngayithatha from lapho ngithe mangilokhu ngirana lama programs, there was this saying that always came to me ukuthi ngizothatha isigebengu ukuthola ndezinye igebengu. Ngiye ngisebenzisa umfundisi ukuthi alanda igebengu.
Yeah.
Igebengu ziyazana. So it kept on ringing in my head. And to a point where maseng discharge or coming back.
Yeah.
I sat down like, but guys, amajita here lokishina safari and there's nothing that's happening. Then yeah, when I'm all you see the closest thing to you. Then the closest thing comes to you. With the say, you have this life, you have this journey, go share it. And I always tell people, I take things and make them realistic to today.
Yeah. What made you be like that?
It's experience.
Yeah.
Which just was a cartel. Which just was a cartel. Namakona boys.
Yeah.
The disciples were corner boys to go and spread the word, do miracles and so forth. And then he was the chief. Sorry to use this term, but young Todd.
Yeah.
The thing as I say, but I'm saying this because the motion in which he was carrying to people was, I'll start something and you'll continue it. Then look at our drug dealers today.
The marathon continues.
They're using the same mindset. I'm going to start it, then my corner boys are going to continue.
Yeah.
And they are going to spread it out there. So, same thing that came to my life. Okay, right. So, hambile while toli vangeli. Ul spread kanjani. Na experience empilo yakho. Now amathulusi akhona. And I'm like, let me register an NPO. Registered an NPC. Then did a registration PO. I remember being
yeah.
So I had nothing. Not even 2 rand in my pocket.
But you had this NPO in your pocket.
Sister drive nekari yakhe. Yasipana umnandi sanokuthi ase Cresta. Ngithanda nemali parking ticket. Angibona ukuthi nanoma ngidlule ku parking ticket ngifaka 10 rand.
Uyidlalile phathi yakhe.
I don't know, baby, it's not about the money. It's about who you are. I remember sengihlanganisile ngaphanda. Sela ngishoda nge5 clip. Ukuthi ngiregister le NPC. She came mfethu angizongishayela around. Baby, khamba kanjani ngama registration? Angomphendula my thoughts.
Being a man.
She opened the wallet, she took out 500. Wathi bheka mfethu uzogcwalisa phezulu kwalento yenza. The 500 that I was needing at that time.
So you see, like that's one thing I always tell my gents ukuthi having a queen, like a woman who can think, that's powerful. I understand that. So you were blessed, you can carry on.
The registration started, everything went. But I always felt that wasn't having enough impact to people. Then I got an opportunity St. Joseph Midlands.
Yeah.
They gave me space to work. So I opened the daycare. It was the first daycare in Joburg. The daycare amachita up in Mama Trucks. Where only Dako can be able to drop you off in the morning and come and pick you up in the evening. Yeah. But also now I felt good in a loophole because some of the guys were not dropped off then pick up.
Yeah.
Understand? So
how would you deal with that?
Yeah, so magazihambela chances are very high ukuthi uzothi makajike khoneni ahlangane namajithankaza nawo then. And uNkulunkulu wavula mfethu. COVID came.
Yeah.
When COVID came, I started working. I got my first sponsorship. Actually, 20k. I might be 20k male buy, but 20k aksimali.
Yeah.
Where 20k ngavula feeding scheme.
Yeah.
Shaving scheme, sizumphakathi, sifeed abantu bomphakathi and so forth. And from the 20K, it grew a lot of ventures within the operations in the organization, where we got our first rental into a property.
Wow.
Understand? And we turned that property into a shelter.
Was it still the same area?
No, we moved to Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then with turning the property into a shelter, we started taking people in. And I speak today, the first guy I took in, he's turning 3 years sober.
Wow.
This year. The first guy I took in.
Yeah, before we dive more into that of how you accomplish it, like which age do you start accepting people from up until when?
Akuna age mfethu. Mina rehab bengihlala bekunabo umkhulu abanabo 78. Ahlala nje amajita ukuthi those mkhulus were my motivation. Basihlezi ku program, I'll sit directly opposite to them.
Yeah.
And look at them, because now when I look at them, I'm telling myself in my heart that at that age, I'll tell me you're supposed to be enjoying life with your grandchildren, not sitting here and So now, even when we work, a problem is a problem. We can't say, umdaluna 70, we can't help you because you have this problem. If you're having a problem and you need assistance, no matter what age, we accommodate you.
And what are the requirements besides, since this will say age, it's not really a matter because drugs, we tend to start them at the young age. Understand?
So for us to take you into our shelter, minimum requirements, it's an affidavit, medical report, medical assessment, your ID copy, then we do the rest.
Oh, is there a fee to this? To our viewers, maybe they're having problems or maybe somebody's watching right now thinking a substance abuse and is nearby, they would wanna
mali so bashiya namagama namapage bazilandela abantu then
so this go back again to like how do you help somebody ukuthi akwazi ukuhlala 3 years sober?
It's all about how much you need it. There's a difference between a need and a want. Some people, they say ngifuna ukuba sober, but they want to be sober. They don't need to be sober. They want to be sober because endlini kuyashisa. Utshontshile wenzeni bayamfuna ekhasi yapheda. Then there's a person who needs to be sober, where right now being sober, it's my last resort. Understand? That's the difference, and that gives the process away. So it's working with William.
I was about to say
how much do you need it? How much do you need it? And your will is going to direct us. And your actions are going to respond to that. Because you're going to remain an addict for the rest of your life. I mean, I came back home, I was sober. Ngavane ulady se whiskey. Sifika mangena kwenye shop uthi uyahafa ma check wallet akabona imali. Hawu sikuyajika sekubheka mina. Ubuyile nyamalali 100 rand le wallet ina.
Back to
you get questions where you'd even ask yourself ukuthi mara ngitshontshe nini. But you know very well you never went to the wallet.
But obvious.
So it's things that I teach them that's because if you're going to go to mindset ukuthi but I'm sober, then you are chasing a trust. But you don't have to chase a trust. You need to earn a trust. So I started telling them, okay, number one. But next time, before meeting, just to
be sure.
You spend a malini, so maloku spend so selling a malini. Because now, what am I doing? I'm protecting my emotional intelligence. You understand? Because Leon to Leo, affect psychologically and emotionally. That's why you find guys acting irrationally because I think it's
and then with your program, how do you teach that emotional intelligence to abantu abazayo?
So I developed a program called Focus. It's follow one's course until successful.
Okay.
Understand? So it entails of your identity, acceptance, introspection, dealing with your thoughts, how to kill a negative thoughts, how to be aware of what you're thinking, because sometimes we are thinking of isn't this 100 but you're not aware as a person. Uzothi ngiyadrive ngidlula kule street ngiyazi ukuthi mangijika uright la unoSneymani da. Ingqondo yakho before ufika na kuleyo right dali icabangile. But when you know the way ukuthi ingqondo yakho seyida. Uzosithola sinini so izidlulisa la ngamabovu because you tend to entertain the thought. But now we teach you how to kill the thought before it gets to a point where you are entertaining the thought. Because mental capabilities or mental health is very important in this point. Where we also teach you how to align your heart with your mind. Because now we require you to be an honest person. Normally, drugs, you are in conflict with yourself. Your heart is telling you one thing and your mind is telling you one thing. Understand? Ingqondo yakho ithi na 200 bayishile lapha kwetafula. Ingqondo inhliziyo ithi ungayithathi. Ingqondo ithi ekuse anye babone. Thatha sambe. Understand? Because now you've been teaching your mind to be stronger than your heart. You're going to end up taking 200. Because why? Inhliziyo kuhlala ini kunhliziyo. Kuhlala i-conscious. So i-conscious yakho that time it doesn't have the power enough to say ukuthi ekuse no to take that thing. So now when you come to us, we wake up your conscious. We feed it with good things. The more you do good things, the more uzikhuza it's the more that good dog inside of you starts barking and starts becoming a pit bull. But no, mawulokhu ibulala iba ibraki. Ibraki zanonkonkothi ngazwakala. And we get to a point where our last topic is transformation, but we also deal with time. A lot of them, they'll tell you wasted time. You never wasted time, Charlie. That was the time for what was happening. The time for something else is coming. Understand? And we also focus on spirituality because there's no recovery without the higher power. Understand? So
I was also about to touch that since because you mentioning universe, it means you and the high power you're spiritual. So obviously it's gonna be part of the program.
Nabadala futhi bayasebenza. Because amakhisi awafani. Abanye bamshaya ngentonyana.
How do you know? How do you know ukuthi bamshaya ngentonyana? Like,
so we're fortunate enough that our counselor, our residential counselor, which he's a business partner, a close business partner of mine. He's spiritually inclined as well. So he can pick these up.
It's a spiritual war, really.
Then we do an intervention with the family. Hey, thina singayidlala indima yethu kodwa uma ningalungisi lokhu, chances are very high that you might find yourself going back to the same position. Understand?
I understand.
Keep using it.
And obviously working there, evidently you have seen the change available, integrating the spirituality, because like isn't this bias for the government? They don't tap into that. Understand, whereby they go deeper into a person. They're focusing on the numbers.
No, tina stila ngomuntu. Stila ngomuntu where masikuthathile no. Ngama weekend sisebenza nomzalo wakho. Sinhlaya nomzalo wakho ukuthi hayi bheka ichali imali buya lapha. These are things that you need to look out for. So we give parents 10 steps ahead on the race. Because mama trucks, I was always 20 steps ahead of my parents. Bengazi ukuthi badla ngobani isikhathi badla ngobalala ngobani isikhathi amawalata ahlala phi mangifuna ukushaya endlini ngishaya ngesikhathi esikanje mangifuna unyonyoba ngiphume ebusuku isiphi isikhathi sokuphuma and so forth. So now we make the parents equipped to your level. And that also because now we have support groups for our parents. That also helps the parents to heal. Because the parents are
they suffer like footy like us, like there's a lot of kids who are actually having the same problem, drugs. And when they think it's fancy, as you said, most science are very obvious. Drugs make you feel good. I understand. Hence, people tend to do it.
It's that time of being cool.
I understand. But at the longer stage, they affect you, as you said. As you keep doing them, also feel like when you smoke them, you feel down, you cry, you are emotional. It's no longer that.
Khona ilanga ngibambile. Mntana ngithi ngiyamthinta ngithi ngifuna ukuba busy. Hayi athi ngithi athi manje kudlala enye track eradioini. So I take a big pillow and ngiblome upright. Oh, ngivulele volume kanwa. I think it'll be with track yalo mntanumnewa. I love more than you.
Yeah.
So that track when we was playing, that time it got to me to a point where I started crying. Ngibhlome da.
Now mama Sarah.
Ukili. So ngibhlomile ngiyakhala ngiwa. Yabo. So apapa memakathi uyangithinta. Hey, ngikole inyembezi. So ucabanga ukuthi ngikhalela ukuthi uthe but on a much more serious side, where I'm in konje things.
I'm a drugs.
Indlela engaka-affecta ngayo kakhulu futhi kakhulu. I remember ukuqala kwami ukubhema crystal meth mina ngayisniff crystal meth.
Normally how do you do it?
Yeah, I think it was my second year of using. Ngathola same I choose lower than a cocaine. Came nepekle crystal meth lama.
Yo, I back supply.
Phakathi kwe last number ya makinop.
Yo.
Yeah, the pekle la makinop. Yeah, we broke it into half. Saba no half. Got back home. So being say UJ ngisipane spare jablan mall. So mangiphuma espanini, mangiphuma esikela ngespanini, then ngichayisa ebusuku. Go back home. Then I have to study. So I used to convince myself, this is helping me to maintain the lifestyle. Because now it's school, books, work, school, books, work. Right. You understand? And I got to a point where, but I can feel my scrotum burning. Permanently. And now I start observing this thing. The manhood is shrinking. Like literally shrinking. I'm looking at it. Yeah, nobody things. Cheetah, experiencing the same thing.
I would say people, how do you trust like buying like a bag or it's the original shit? What if they ever forget something?
You know, manje, sasa convincana, mfethu yenza kanje. Zithi okay, thatha ifoni, asizama amanye ama site sibheke ukuthi kuzoba ne response. No response. Ithi the number you are trying to call it's not available. Aduntanga vulela amanzi ebhavini. Ngithi nawe wavulele ngilalele. Sivulela amanzi ashisayo. Hot water only. Singene ebhavini so you same time. So makangena athi massage nami ngimassage. Then I felt the difference. Okay, ngiyaluleka, ngiyathambanyana. Then thatha ifoni ngizame la site view. Ifonelwe manje iphendula ifoni ukuthi no the person is available right now. So the trick here is that we saw the problem, but we wanted to find the solution. And finding the solution, we didn't know how much of more problems are we creating. Because came to a point where I'm sober. I started fearing maybe I can't make kids anymore. Thinking of those things in the back. Hey, in the past I used to experience this and this and this. So what if I killed my manhood and the organs of producing are no longer working the way they're supposed to be working? So it's very dangerous. Dangerous. Some people, they come out baba na kidney failure. Understand? Because this thing dehydrates you. And I would be healthy and so forth.
What would you eat when you're on substance?
I'm broken, I'm a cake.
I'm a crumbs, I'm a striker. That's all you eat?
Yeah, or I'll eat fruit.
Would you feel like...
I'm a fruit, but oily food. Like, God.
Why? Like,
I always say it's like being pregnant with a demon. It tells you what it wants and what it doesn't want. And when it wants to eat. So when it wants to eat, if you have money or you don't have money, panda. So baningi abu mama endlini bahlezi nama box ebona ama poto ama asha bathi awezosayithe uzothi yavula namhlanje 3 box kuphela. It's a reality.
It's reality right now. Like you're futhi ekasi. Not only ekasi, which obviously the reason we're emphasizing ekasi is siphuma khona and
it's scary now because even parents end up dying for this.
Yeah, and these kids are becoming violent.
Amajita sewabakhama abazali babo manje. Kameli 50 rand.
So yabona, like such people like you we need in our community, dog. Ukuthi idlala indima leyo ukuthi we can't always depend on government, understand? government now bhekane is like, as people we need to do something.
Ubani government?
Yeah.
One government.
I don't want to touch that topic. It's for another day. Like there's
yeah. Honestly speaking, like
yeah.
I believe it's a good platform to put it out there.
Yeah. Because
what doesn't help you is never going to help you.
Yeah.
What doesn't help you, it's never going to help you.
Yeah.
Right now, we think certain things are helping us, but they are creating a mental blockage and creating a prison.
Yeah,
E350, it's a prison on its own.
And so I had a same conversation with my
friend.
Yeah.
It's a prison where a lot of big things are happening out there. But focus is 350 le. Right now, what's the question behind this social load shedding we're having?
Yeah, I understand.
People will never focus on the important things because they are given the crumbs to feed. It's like ngati singamajuba, but then sizo floka lapaya. Then I've been running for 5 years, going to my 6th year.
What's the name of the organization?
It's ITHEMBA Recovery Foundation. I've been running and I've been doing the work. I've never seen ubanu government.
Yeah, because I know
and then writing a mass.
Yeah, because like after discovering how you do your programs, I've seen it's different from Joe. I was touching government about Sanka. I understand.
Yeah.
When I've worked with them on my campaign and looking and hearing what you say, it's a bit different. I like the sense of spirituality. I'm African. We are Nguni people. At the end of the day, we can't avoid that. So doing things into Western ways, sometimes.
Yeah. That's why Tina. I mean, government to a point where I was invited to a conference here, CTA. CTA, it's the Central Drug Authority, which controls the whole drug master plan here in South Africa.
Yeah.
Firstly, there's no one who has experience Gamma drugs on the panel. Firstly, they have book experience. Book experience doesn't tell you how a high feels like.
Yeah.
Book experience doesn't tell you what cravings feel like. Book experience doesn't tell you how to stand in a corner feels like, how to not sleep feels like, how to not have food on the table feels like.
Yeah.
Understand? Because for some people, we can say, but for some, it was a push that took them there. I'll tell me, Melio and isn't indlela zokupanda ukuthi amachita athola from ukubhema. There's no one who takes a gun out sober just like that.
So you need to be on something.
Yeah, for ukuthi uyethatha ikari uva ukuthi uyejozi uyethatha ikari.
Yeah.
Amachita ayankawuza.
You need to be.
You understand? Ayankawuza because ukunkawuza kuvala ikhontshazi. Ugayitrach. The moment ikhontshazi ingasekho yitrach kuphela khamba ngalo, you understand? So I asked them ukuthi the other problem we're facing in our country is that Nabo Sanka, they are part of that umbrella.
Yeah.
They are using the NA and the 12 steps and so forth. Those are regulations from the United States, which goes with the NA and the AA.
Yeah.
So how come in South Africa are we using regulations from another country where else our problems are completely different to the other countries? Because that side, mainly, people get into drugs because of gangsterism, gang-related, and so forth. Tina, we have a lot of social ills. We have a lot of problems here in which irons are going to see unique. Drugs. You never find it's rare to find I'm a shootout because of my drugs.
Like I'm a drive-by.
Right now, you can even search on the internet. Maybe there was a drive-by yesterday in a certain corner in the other country where people were being shot and some people died. You understand? So, how are we going to stop a problem using a method from another country which doesn't have the same problem as us? That was my question, because if you're saying as a South Africa, CTA and they are the national authority, substance abuse, we need to sit down and look at what's going to work for us as a South Africa, use regulations and rules and restrictions for us as a South Africa. How do you give a person methadone to how do you take out drugs drugs?
I understand.
I-methadone nama-particles we-heroin. Yeah, if ngizokunikeza i-methadone namhlanje then I test you tomorrow,
you are on heroin.
Positive nge-heroin. In which heroin inyawupe. So how, like,
it doesn't this concept evil keep ever and
it doesn't except ngendlela angene ngawo awaphume angene kanjani engithi wona ndina yeah awaphume
ungafake elinye phela uyabo
mawufile isikhathi sakho sokufa.
And what I've realized besides being an addict in that sense, there's addicts abantu ababo mama like abagulayo nabo babafaka to the same system ukuthi uphathwe diabetes sabamnikeza amapilisi i4 bamnikeza i5 amanye a different kind from the 4 and wonke saza namalokhuza nama side effect ukuthi like how do you lapha this thing with this whole of these drugs?
It's a problem. It's a system that was incorporated in our lives which is never going to end. Yeah, I believe the body naturally heals.
Yeah, like even if you can Google it. Scientists have also proven that your body can heal just by thoughts.
Everything heals itself.
Yeah.
I damaged my brain for 8 years while using drugs.
Yeah.
Each and every year I stay sober. It's repairing a certain part within my brain. But it's getting better.
Yeah.
Understand? I don't take medications.
Yeah.
I don't take pills. I don't recall. Mang shower is
yeah.
Macmillan clean.
And I'm like, I'm on that. Like, isn't this a pills?
Kanda, mawuphethu ikhanda thatha amanzi ngishaye ubaba wethu wasezulwini ngiphuza amanzi. Lizohamba ikhanda.
Yeah.
You understand? Because now you make your body dependent on certain things for you to heal. Ekubeni you can be able to cure yourself from small things because
yeah,
it's sad.
It's sad. Yeah. No, it's not information that we are given. Like it's not true. But obviously, there's an agenda behind that. A lot of people need to be kept blind. But we are. Yeah, I understand. Like they're just directing us to a different direction. As you said. But like I want people like you in the hood, like me to meet people and know people like you. I'm proud of, especially if we partly the same age, because we tend to find this so our organizations or our foundations that are run by abantu which abanye experience, as you said on the panel that you were on, kule CTA. I understand ukuthi wonke umuntu lapho kupanel akekho ne-experience yalento
ba psychologist ya psychiatrist ya akazi mina ngihlanyi mina akekho umuntu ubhema ama-drugs athanyayo.
And enye into ayibona ama-psychiatrist, but there's this documentary rather I've picked up ukuthi mostly they're pushing the medicine ukuthi they will just hear your problems. They don't think it could be spiritually or anything. They just give you meds. They prescribe you drugs.
Yeah, then the answer now it's I'm not feeling okay. I'm feeling down. I'm seeing things. I'm hearing voices. Yeah. Antidepressants.
Like everything.
Yeah, antidepressants. And you have some antidepressant in. I'm a zombie pills. Those are zombie pills. Because tomorrow a person is a zombie and manje seba man, I say look up abantu.
Yeah.
There are different methods that you can use. If a person is saying they're depressed and they're feeling some type of way, the only thing that we need to do is create a forum that's open enough to allow people to be accepted within the society. Understand? Have a platform where people can be able to speak about their problems.
Yeah.
We don't have those.
Yeah, we don't.
That's why we're always going to struggle with mental health and substance abuse. It's getting to a point where it falls hand in hand with mental health.
Yeah, because really cover to me
it works. It's getting there slowly, but gradually it's getting there. So it's a matter of how are we going to stand up. And I always tell people, this is not my work. If you see people coming out of their sober, I didn't do anything. God intervened and continued with the work, you understand?
Yeah.
Because I always take guidance. Right now, I used to be in a rush in my life where I wouldn't even take a chance to listen. But you always, as a person, need to take a time, pause, and listen.
Yeah.
Go to laleleni. akunandaba kodwa uzoyizwa lento ekumele you understand HIV yethu ukuthi saphenika senzeni in then we end up listening to the wrong things. You understand? Where else there's a spirit that's always speaking to you. It's that we don't channel ourselves enough to start listening.
So obviously, what are they like going back to the organization and dealing with people about recovery? What are the challenges that you face from maybe fetching them and also maybe umasabaqedile program khona abantu abakhe ba relapse?
The biggest problem is parents who are incompetent. Parents who don't follow rules, parents who don't come to support groups and so forth. Because now it becomes a team effort. We played our role. Your son is coming. They have their role to play. And while they're coming to you, you have your role to play. So abazali baba treat ama bundle of joy ngathi ama bundle of joy buye rehab ngathi uphume university sebambekele icarpet ebomvu kune party welcome back makafika bamnikeza ifoni bamnikeza imali bamnikeza why
uyambuyisela I understand
you need to understand ukuthi firstly ama drugs amaningi amanye wana ama craving but it trigger it's money umuntu maba ne cold cash nje manje already the stomach is turning out sekayidlalile engcondweni sekubonile le glass liyakhuphuka they don't understand that people so you give people rules they break the rules they create their own rules then tomorrow they're going to call you tana mo relapsile angazi kanjani forgetting ukuthi wena ala umntana ukuthi ngeFriday ahambe ebusuku ngenxa ukuthi ulando usibani bani. Our lives are no longer the same. As a recovering addict, I need to understand that my life is no longer the same like a life you're a normal person. You understand? Because mina yonke into ngiyenza excessively. I mean, that's the reason I don't drink. I tried drinking, but it never worked for me because that time in Zambia, mama tracks me. But I never got used to the feeling of being drunk.
I don't like that feeling. Me, I'm a spiritual person. It lowers my vibration, alcohol, so I don't really fit it.
So mina bese ngithi base ngidakiwe sengizizwa ngathi bese ngiyahamba ngithola into yasemakhaleni. Yabona ukuthi isekele siqalele phansi. So that's why right now I don't drink as well. I'm 6 years sober. This is my 7th year that I'm starting sober. I don't drink, I don't use drugs, I don't recommend drugs. I can even see them right now. They don't have that thing.
All right, my brother. Like we spoke a lot. I hope my viewers ekaya ababegelele and taking the advice. And I like the talk we had, the substance. We had a bit of humor because it tends to be a serious conversation. I know it is, but we added that flavor at least to like, come on, you can beat this. It's possible. You are a living proof. Also, hence you have the right to even joke about because you've been there.
But I think I got to a point where I normally tell people my story is boring now because I don't like it to be as serious as it is anymore. I laugh at the things that I did, looking back at them. Because now, that's the point of healing. When when you're looking at where you're coming from to where you're going, you understand? But at the end of the day, there's always sentimental value within it. More ngaba nokuhleka and so forth. Mele kube njalo. I always tell the guys, nanomukhala ngaphakathi kodwa a happy recovery is a good recovery. Make sure that you're happy. You're in a happy space.
All right.
Understand? So.
And before we close off, like, do you, as your organization, do you go to hotspots or it's always you waiting for a parent to bring their child to your organization?
Inkinga ngokulanda abantu kuma hotspot umuntu kusazozokutshela ukuthi angizelanga la ungilandile. You understand? So what I do, I let the work speak for itself. So abantu bazobona umuntu aphuma amuhle ingqondo isebenza kahle ayenza ama proper decisions, good decisions, then they will get the recommendation from the next person. But lapha yayikhona impilo. Then that's how
born beautiful. Asbong. So to wrap it up, you can tell people where they can find, where's the location, organization, and contact.
But many people can go to our website. It's ITHEMBA ithembaref.org.
Okay.
It's ITHEMBA, like your iPhone, the same I. ITHEMBARF.org. Then all the necessary information and details, phone numbers and so forth are all there.
All right, my brother.
Phone number, mama say,
Hey. Forgive me. Hang over, hey. Zolimala. But thank you for coming through, my brother. Like, that was insightful, especially coming from Ekasi. So I hope this will spark something to abantu ababhekelele ukuthi mhlambe khona umuntu wakini omaziyo or next door neighbor omaziyo onale nkinga le ukuthi you can recommend them to get help if you can't really help when yourself, understand. So asizaneni ubuntu buye nokubambana as people. We can do this, Miss Bambanene, understand. So thank you, my brother. People, don't forget to subscribe to our show. This is Expensive Pain, Party, obviously. Usphiwe, take care, my brother. Yes, bonga. Thank you for coming through, Mfana. Enjoy your day. And to my viewers, sabonga for the support and everything. Thank you so much. We are born beautiful. Yes.